The 1970s was a time of wild colors, bold patterns, and a style all its own, especially in the kitchen. Stepping into a 70s kitchen was like stepping into another world, filled with groovy designs, funky appliances, and decor choices that were, let's just say, unforgettable. If you were around back then, you'll remember some of these retro kitchen trends that you just don't see anymore. So, grab a cup of coffee, and let's take a walk down memory lane to revisit the trends that made every kitchen a unique experience. Avocado green and harvest gold everywhere. Who could forget the classic color duo of avocado green and harvest gold? These earthy tones were the absolute stars of the 70s kitchen. From the fridge and oven to the countertops and cabinets, everything had a splash of these colors. Back then, they felt modern and fresh, adding a warm, cozy vibe to any kitchen. And today? Well, let's just say these colors have become more of a vintage relic. Bold, floral, and geometric wallpaper. The walls in 70s kitchens didn't believe in subtlety. Bright floral and geometric wallpaper covered every inch, bringing energy and style to the room. The patterns were often big and bold. Think huge daisies or swirling shapes in oranges, yellows, and browns. It was like art right on the walls. Do you remember any particular wallpaper patterns from your own kitchen? Wood paneling and dark cabinets. Wood was everywhere in the 70s, and kitchens were no exception. Dark wood paneling covered the walls, and cabinets had that rich, warm wood tone that made the room feel earthy. It was all about creating a cozy, natural look, even if it made the kitchen a bit darker than we'd go for today. But back then, it was the ultimate in style. Anyone else remember those dark wooden cabinets? Linoleum floors and wild patterns. Linoleum flooring was huge in the 70s, and it came in patterns you wouldn't believe. From checkered designs to funky swirls and psychedelic colors, the floors were like a canvas for creativity. Linoleum was durable, easy to clean, and perfect for busy family kitchens. Who else remembers the feel of that smooth linoleum under their feet? The classic kitchen phone mounted on the wall. In the 70s, every kitchen had a wall-mounted phone, often with a long, coiled cord that stretched halfway across the room. This was the kitchen phone, and it was where all the family conversations happened. You'd find mom chatting while stirring a pot, or kids using it to make plans with friends. And if you were lucky, you might have had a fun color like yellow or orange. Do you remember stretching that phone cord as far as it would go? Appliances in avocado, orange, and yellow. Back then, appliances came in colors that matched the whole kitchen scheme. We're talking avocado green blenders, harvest gold toasters, and even orange stand mixers. The entire kitchen was a colorful playground where every appliance added a pop of personality. Today, kitchens tend to stick with stainless steel or neutral tones. But in the 70s, the bolder, the better. Hanging plant holders and macramé decor. No 70s kitchen was complete without a few hanging plants and macramé holders. These woven hangers held lush green plants, adding a bit of nature to the space. It was all about creating that homey, natural feel, and hanging plants were the perfect touch. Macramé decor also popped up in other areas, from wall art to hanging fruit baskets. Did you have any of these in your kitchen? By the way, if you're enjoying this look back at retro kitchen trends, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'd love to share more memories from the past with you. The electric fondue pot. Fondue parties were the thing in the 70s, and a fondue pot was a kitchen staple. Whether it was cheese, chocolate, or even hot oil for meat, fondue was the height of sophistication. The electric fondue pot usually sat right on the kitchen counter, ready for guests or a fun family night. It was a social way of eating that brought everyone together around the table. Do you remember dipping your bread or marshmallows into that bubbling fondue? Textured glass cabinet doors. If your kitchen had cabinets with glass doors, chances are they were textured with a pattern that obscured the contents. These frosted glass doors had designs like diamonds or waves, and they added a little privacy for whatever was behind them. It was a unique style choice that you just don't see anymore. Who else remembers those patterned glass cabinets? Tupperware in every color imaginable. Tupperware parties were a 70s phenomenon, and soon every kitchen was stocked with Tupperware containers in all kinds of colors. Bright oranges, yellows, greens, you name it. Tupperware was the go-to for storing leftovers, packing lunches, and keeping ingredients fresh. And let's not forget that satisfying burp of the lid sealing shut. Do you still have any of those vintage Tupperware pieces lying around? Roll-up cabinet doors, tambour doors. Tambour doors, or roll-up cabinet doors, were another unique feature in 70s kitchens. Often found on small appliance garages, these sliding doors kept toasters and blenders hidden until you needed them. They were stylish and practical, perfect for the neat freak in all of us. Can you imagine having a roll-up cabinet in your kitchen today? Shaggy rugs and carpeting. Believe it or not, carpeted kitchens were a thing in the 70s. Shaggy rugs or wall-to-wall carpeting made the kitchen feel cozy and homey, though they were tricky to keep clean. While it may seem strange now, back then, a soft, plush carpet in the kitchen was just another quirky trend we didn't question. Patterned vinyl tablecloths. Vinyl tablecloths with bold patterns were a must-have on the 70s kitchen table. These tablecloths came in all kinds of designs. Think plaid, floral, or even checkered prints. They were easy to wipe clean, making them perfect for busy families. If you sat down for a meal in the 70s, chances are you were resting your elbows on one of these colorful covers. Built-in can openers. Another handy gadget that every 70s kitchen seemed to have was a built-in can opener mounted on the wall. These sturdy openers made it easy to pop open cans of soup or veggies without rummaging through a drawer. It was the perfect blend of convenience and cool design. Do you remember the sound of that can opener cranking away? Orange plastic pitchers and tumblers. No 70s kitchen was complete without a set of plastic pitchers and tumblers, usually in bright orange or yellow. These were used for everything from lemonade to iced tea, and they added a pop of color to every meal. The best part? They were nearly indestructible. Do you still have any of those colorful tumblers in the back of your cabinets? Knotty pine cabinets. For an ultra-cozy rustic look, many kitchens in the 70s featured knotty pine cabinets. These wood cabinets had a rugged charm and gave the kitchen a warm, cabin-like vibe. Today's kitchens lean towards sleek and modern, but back then, knotty pine was the height of style. Anyone else remember that distinct woodsy smell? Toasted sandwich makers. Back in the 70s, every kitchen had a toasted sandwich maker. These small appliances pressed sandwiches into warm, melty delights. Think gooey grilled cheese with those iconic pressed lines. Making a sandwich was an event, and this little gadget turned a simple meal into a fun experience. Did you have one of these in your kitchen? Popcorn machines for family movie nights. While it might seem like a luxury today, having a popcorn machine at home was quite popular in the 70s. These tabletop poppers added to the excitement of movie night, filling the kitchen with the smell of fresh, buttery popcorn. And let's not forget the thrill of watching those kernels pop. Who else had one of these in the corner of their kitchen? Wicker and bamboo accents. Wicker and bamboo were trendy in 70s decor, and kitchens were no exception. You'd often see wicker baskets for fruit, bamboo trivets, and even wicker-back chairs. These natural touches added a bit of that back-to-nature vibe that was so popular back then. Today, it's rare to see these accents, but they brought a unique charm to every 70s kitchen. Fondue sets for entertaining. If you grew up in the 70s, you know that no kitchen was complete without a fondue set. Whether it was cheese, chocolate, or meat fondue, gathering around a bubbling pot was the height of entertaining. It was fun, interactive, and even a little fancy. The fondue craze may have cooled off, but it was a beloved kitchen staple back then. Who else remembers dipping their bread or strawberries? Padded vinyl chairs. Comfort was key in the 70s, and many kitchen chairs were padded with colorful vinyl upholstery. These chairs came in shades of orange, brown, and green, with metal frames that made them durable, and sometimes a bit squeaky. Sitting down for a meal on those padded seats was a cozy experience, even if they got a little warm in the summer. Built-in spice racks. Spice racks were an essential part of the 70s kitchen decor, often built right into the cabinets or hung proudly on the wall. These racks displayed everything from oregano to paprika, each jar neatly labeled and ready for use. A well-stocked spice rack added a touch of sophistication and showed off a family's cooking flair. Remember how organized and satisfying it was to have those little jars all lined up? Brown and yellow dishes? Brown and mustard yellow dishware sets were all the rage in the 70s. These earthy tones matched the kitchen's color scheme perfectly and brought a grounded, natural look to every meal. Whether it was plates, mugs, or serving dishes, these colors were everywhere. You might even still have a few pieces tucked away in the cupboard. Looking back, it's easy to see why kitchens in the 70s had such a special character. From the bold colors and unique appliances to the cozy wood tones and creative decor, these trends turned every kitchen into a place full of warmth and personality. We may not see these styles much today, but they sure left their mark on our memories. What about you? Do you remember any of these trends, or did we miss one that stands out in your mind? Let us know in the comments, and let's keep the nostalgia cooking.